I think that people want to know, how did this relationship kind of create a life of its own between you and Pap?
What you mean?
Where was the origin?
Oh, a boxing match.
Really?
July 6, 2024, Shakur Stevenson fighting against, I forget this opponent name, but that's the fight it was, July 6th. And then 2 weeks later, I fought for the heavyweight world championship.
So you was in camp?
Yes. I had to go on, but this specific fight,
okay,
how I was telling you about energy, Shakur knew that I wasn't able to come because I had my fight coming up, and that's how we do it. We like, listen, whoever fights, if we're in camp for a fight, we don't get mad at each other for missing each other's fights.
Okay.
But we really want each other there. And online, Shakur, they were like trolling the mess out of him. And I seen that he was getting frustrated and he was clapping back at everybody. And I was telling him, like, stay focused, whatever. But I said, you know what? This fight, I'm going to break camp and I have to be there for Shakur. And when I got there, he just was like, sis, that's what I needed. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the back, let him know how great he is and he the best, and not to let the people get to him. He the best, he the greatest. And he fed off of that and he went there and destroyed his opponent. So that was one of those fights. But usually I don't go to fights when I'm in camp. But that fight there, I met Pap. He spoke to me, he shook my hand, said, hey, I'm Papoose. And I said, hey, nice to meet you. I didn't know who he was. I don't even think I knew he was a rapper. I didn't know him. But after that night, when I'm always commentating and yelling throughout Shakur's fight. You probably heard me on the camera many of his fights. And while I was yelling and talking to Shakur inside the ring, Pap was probably like a little bit diagonal, probably a row in front of me. He was cracking up. And he kept talking to me. And then at the end, I do interviews with everybody. And I was by myself. Like you said, you like going by yourself? I'm by myself, no security, jury, everything on. I'm in Newark, New Jersey. And Pap was there with like probably 3, 4 of his cousins. And I was doing an interview and I seen him from my peripheral. He was just waiting right there. And then I was taking pictures and the camera guys was all surrounding me. And I just remember him walking up and asking me for a picture. And he kind of stood over there till I got done with all my interviews. Yeah. And I just was like, what the hell was that? You know, but I just know he had good energy when I met him. He's a good looking man. He's tall. And I just was like, oh, he knew who I was. Like, I mean, I know I'm a big deal. Yeah. But I was like, okay.
But that can I ask a personal question?
Go ahead. Was
he married?
Yeah.
During that time?
The thing is, him and his ex, she was with somebody already. Okay. They don't like to talk about that. They won't even talk about this end because we so poppin' and we so great. But it's like on her end, she had somebody too. That's
while she was married.
Yes, they're going through a divorce right now. Papoose filed for divorce.
Wow. So going through that, as a woman, when other women hear this love story, I can hear the comments now.
Yeah.
But why, girl? Why? Out of all these sharks and dolphins and whales in the sea, you decide, Papoose. It's hot, hot, hot. Summer is still here, but you can tell it's moving fast. You start looking at the calendar, thinking, I need one more trip, one more cookout, one more day by the water before it's all over. That's why I love Macy's. Whether you're grabbing a fresh fit, a new carry-on for your weekend trip, some shades, sunglasses, anything you may need to host one last cookout, you can get it all in one place. And if you're already starting to think about what's next, and you got a lot of kids, some kids, one kid, like me, you're ready for back to school. Whatever your next move is, Macy's makes the transition easy. From finishing summer strong, then rolling into the next season looking even better.
Well, one, I would say that I wasn't looking for a man. I met somebody who became my friend. Me and Papoose, he would tell you, like, we're best friends. People be like, oh, he called you his best friend, not his lady. He called me his woman, his best friend, his queen, whatever. I'm everything to him. But one thing I would say is that we went from friends to best friends to now we're in a relationship. And I will say that they say, why him? Pap is a great guy. He's a great guy. He's very nice, very calm, very protective. He will punch you in your damn face. Quick. I thought I had a hand problem. He got a hand problem. Quick. And I could never be with a man who can't fight. I'm happy that he know how to get down. Like
You've seen it?
Yeah.
So like, and the reason why I asked that, we live in, I have a lot of conversations. And when you're talking about relationships, especially recently, there's been a lot of women that sit across from me and they talk about things that they're not going for.
I saw that in a few of your interviews. I saw you work here with some girl.
You know what I'm saying? But for you, instead of me hearing all the reasons why you wouldn't, you were talking to a person who was married. And I'm not highlighting these things and throwing it in your face. I'm just bringing it to the point of, you was talking to a person that was married, going through a divorce. He's older than you.
Yep.
He has a dating history, and on top of that, he's a popping individual. And like you would always hear at the end of your flights, and still, you dealt with him or dealing with him. So for your relationship and your sanity as a person, when a person says, hey, girl, you stupid, do you care to explain?
I'm 31 years old, and I've lived a life that a lot of these women who comment on me could never live. And when I say that, I've been engaged. I didn't get married. There, right? No domestic violence relationship. I don't let men hit me, mistreat me. My mom crack a joke and be like, every time my sister Brianna have a kid, I get a new boyfriend. My mama crack a joke like that. All my sister kids are 3 years apart. And my time with guys have been 3 years, and I'm like, oh, done. Out of here. So with that being said, I have done what's best for my life, and I know how to choose a man who's good for me. I'm not a person that think that every relationship will work out. It's not. People talking about car crashes and airplanes. Oh, there's so many more car crashes than airplanes, where there's many more breakups and divorces in the world than anything else. I don't know why it's such a big topic. To me, it's like, it's so petty. People make this be a big thing when it was like, she's over there living her happy life. We're over here living our happy life. Our happy lives never were intertwined. Never. So it's like when I hear this stuff, I think that women who try to come from me, they're mad that he didn't stay there and deal with it, and he moved on. That's the only thing. He moved on with somebody, like you said, he's older than me, I'm younger, I'm top of my game, got my own money, I look good, my body look good. That's the problem. He was supposed to downgrade. He's supposed to go to like some Instagram model who got like 2,000 followers and do that. He ain't supposed to be able to bag the greatest. That's the problem to me. That's the problem. Because it's like, I ain't never done none of y'all. All I did was be in a happy relationship, be with him. I try to avoid this conversation here about mentioning the ex. I'm trying to swivel and swerve because it's like, what I'm talking about you for? We not gonna fight. That's not my lane. You do what you do, I do what I do. I try to stay over here in my lane, but it seems like people like this whole making it seem like, oh, it's an intertwine, it's a drama, when it's not. It's me and Pap. That's it.
There's a narrative that says you broke up a happy home.
And I just told you that never happened. Because she has, grown, and it's nothing. I let them run with that narrative because what they tell us as celebrities, don't respond to it, don't say nothing, don't talk about it. And I had a movie coming out around that time, my biopic, The Fire Inside. Everybody was like, Claressa, this is too big of a moment. My movie came out Christmas Day and was in theaters for 3 months. I'm not about to try to explain to nobody that what she did before I even met him and how she was with this dude and all this stuff, trying to defend that, trying to defend me and him being together when me and him know the truth. And those who are who really are stand-up people accept the truth and know it.
Yeah.
It's a timeline between their stuff. Why you think he knocked Buddy out? That was back in 2021, 2022. I ain't know Pap. I met him 2024, July 6th to be exact. So it wasn't a happy home to break up.
Man, I had to unlearn this idea that if I kept putting stuff on my hair, that it would automatically grow. I was doing what I thought I knew to do. But I was not paying attention to what my hair actually needed. And when you're trying to keep that length, breakage will have you feeling like your hair is playing games with you. And that right there is the main reason why I love Bask and Lather. I've been using their products and I've been seeing more growth and length. The stimulating scalp and hair balm helps nourish and hydrate textured hair, while the hydrating hair mist keeps it soft and moisturized. It's Black-owned, family operated, and they actually understand textured hair. So if you're trying to get your hair right, stop guessing and give it what it needs. Explore viral bestsellers and products of healthier hair of all types from Bask and Lather. Go to baskandlatherco.com and use code FunkyFriday for 20% off. That's 20% off at baskandlatherco.com. Code Funky Friday.